Welcome to mycodings, and in this video we are going to talk about call by value and call by reference functions and how do they work. So first of all, we are going to start by call by value function. Call by value function does not change its value in the int main function. Let's just see how does it work. So we are going to overall make a program that adds what text to the original price. So it's like a receipt program which basically will add what text. So we are going to make two different variables. First of all, it's going to be string name, and this one's going to be name of the guy who's purchasing the thing, and here we are going to just type down float price, which is, let's suppose, 100, and then we have cout name as purchased product total prices. So here we have a very basic program. Now what we want to do is we want to make a function that can apply what text to it. So first of all, we are going to make another float which will be called what, and in this function we are going to calculate what. How are we going to do that is we are going to take float price here and then price multiply by 0.2, so 20% what. So what are we doing is we are calculating 20% what and we are saving into this one, and then we want our price, our original price, to be added with the what. So this line of code basically means price equal to price plus what. So we have just added what. Now let's just call this program, and what we are doing is we are actually calling this program by a value. So here, if you would see, we have given it a value, we have not given it address or reference or anything else, and here it's taking the value and then it's applying. So you might be thinking it will work or it won't. Let's just run it and see. So as you can see, Mark has purchased the product and then total price is 100. It should have been 120 after adding the what, but it did not work. So this is call by value function or call by copy function, in which this piece of code was not connected to this piece of code. I'll explain you why. In the C++, there's a thing called scope. Scope basically means that variables cannot be used outside of its block of code. So this variable price cannot be used here. Basically, we cannot use this price variable here. Why? Well, because they both are stored at the different address in the program. So this has a different address and this has a different address. So it's working, this piece of code is working and this piece of code is working as well. But what we can do is, let me show you how it's going to work. If we were to copy this line, paste it here, and let's just see whether this function works or not. This function does work. We do get total price is 120, but what happens is it's not connected to this one. It's because we are calling it by a value, and the value goes in this one. It takes 100 here, it calculates 100 and it becomes 120 here, but it has no way to somehow send you back this value. It does not know how to send you back this value. It cannot send it. So what we want to do is, because these two variables are totally different, this floor price and this floor price, they are totally different. They do not have any kind of communication between each other. So what we want to do is, we don't want to send it by a value. We don't want to send our 100 here. We want to send our address here So if this function wants to make any kind of changes, it will make to the value that will be stored at the address. Now, what is address? Address is the place where the value will be stored. So we have a value of 100, and this 100 is stored at a specific address. And what we want to do is, we don't want to randomly say make changes to 100. We want to say that make changes to a value that is stored at this specific address. Let's just give you another example. So for example, if I have a website, on website I just uploaded an article, a blog which you've read. What you've done is you just copy pasted that blog into your Google Docs. Now I come back a month later and I change my article. I've removed some certain things and I've added certain things. Do you think your article will be changed as well? The one that you copy pasted on your Google Docs? No, because for you to be able to see that the changed version of my article, you have to be at my website. So it's something like this. We cannot tell them that change value of 100. They will change value of 100 and that's it. They will not know that they need to change a value of this specific 100, the 100 that was stored at the price. So what we want to do is we want to tell them that change value that is stored at the variable called price, and we will give it a address which will be called by a reference. So right now, let's just run this again once. As you can see that this program is not working, so we need to make a very small change for this to be able to work. We will go there and we'll put this on thing. This basically means now it's taking the address, so we've given it a price variable from this one, and here when the value is being called, when the function is being called, it's not being called by giving it a value. So we've written a price here, but this one is actually address. So this one is not 100. It does not take a value of 100. It takes the address and it says, okay, so make changes to this address. And let's just run it now. And as you can see, Mark has purchased a product and then total price is 120. So it just added a what to the to the variable. It did work. So that's really a basic difference between the call by reference and then call by copy and call by value function. The call by reference is considered to be a bit faster than the call by value, and what you need to keep in your mind is a thing called scope, that your code cannot. So we had here two different floats, right? We had a float price here and then we had a float price here as well, but they are totally different, two different floats, two different variables. We cannot think that this variable can be used here and this variable can be used here. I hope that you understood the video and you understood the difference between call by value and call by reference. If you didn't, if you want to ask me any question, you can ask them below and I'll be able to make another video to explain you.